Do you want to ace your next design interview by having winning answers to the most common interview questions? If the answer is yes, then this video is for you. If the answer is no, then don't watch this video. Hello, my name is Nikki. Welcome. So during a design interview, you are asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Here's a simple answer for you. I am really excited about this design position because in a few years' time, I would like to be seen as someone with deep knowledge and expertise in the user experience design field. And I'm certain that this is something that I will have the opportunity to do here. I am also keen to take on more managerial responsibilities after a few years and even take on the lead on some design projects. I've been lucky enough to work with some amazing managers in the past, and so developing into a great design manager myself is something that I'm really excited about. Don't forget to download the free interview cheat sheet I created just for you. Next question. What is your greatest strength? Why are you asked? Interviewers ask this question because they want to know if you know yourself, if you know your strength, if you're critical enough, if you're realistic, and they want to see if your strength is relevant for the job. When you answer, don't just say time management. No. You need to state your strength and provide an example how and when you used it. You need to be honest and you must tailor your answer to the job position. So here's how to answer as a junior designer. I've always had great time management and organizational skills. I am capable of juggling multiple projects at the same time. For example, at my previous role, when I was a content design intern for a local marketing agency, I had to be able to make use of my time effectively in order to meet deadlines for clients. Often, I had to deal with competing priorities and deadlines to deliver writing and graphic design assets. My attention to details and editing skills allowed me to produce engaging content for a variety of publications, as well as to deliver graphic design assets, and I believe these skills would allow me to manage my day-to-day jobs here as well. Employers ask the question, why do you want to work here? Just to get an idea if you have researched the company and if your core values align with the company's values. So here's how you can answer. I've been inspired by your company's brand, style, tone of voice for years. So when I saw the open position, I knew instantly I had to apply. I was especially inspired by your campaign that your team did with the local plant-based restaurants last year, and I admire the creativity that comes out of this agency. I strongly believe that I could use my freshly acquired design skills to be a valued member and contributor to the agency. I think I would make a great fit, and I would love to be part of such a hardworking team. What is your greatest weakness? Here's a pro tip: always stay positive. Even if you are asked about your weaknesses, you must remain positive and keep an upbeat tone when you answer. So here's how you can answer this question. My greatest weakness sometimes is I have trouble saying no to people and requests because I love to help out. Sometimes I can sign up to more tasks than I should. In the past, occasionally it left me stressed and overwhelmed. However, to help myself and the people around me, I started using a design product management tool that gives clear visibility to my team and myself how much bandwidth I have during a week so that we can plan accordingly. Or as a junior designer, you can express something about your hard skills. For example, I am not really familiar with the latest version of Adobe Creative Cloud software because in the past, I've actually focused on Figma. I wanted to learn that software to create designs fast. So in my last position, I focused on learning Figma instead of Adobe products. Why did you leave your last role? Or why do you want to leave your current role? How do you answer this question? Number one pro tip: never ever badmouth about your previous employer. Never. It just doesn't look professional. And whatever went down, just keep it to yourself. You can be honest, but you don't need to be entirely authentic. And keep things positive, as always. So tell them what you enjoyed in your previous role and what you were looking for when you left the company. you also need to explain how this position that you applied for would offer the things that you were looking for. You can talk about areas that you would like to improve in your design practice. And again, tell them how this position would provide the opportunity for you. There are many acceptable reasons to leave a job. This answer could be the shortest because it might be just a one-liner. So acceptable reasons to leave a job could be you wanted to switch industry, you went back to school studying, you wanted to have a higher pay. Your position turned out completely different from its original description. Your previous employer didn't offer any professional development opportunities. The company simply went out of business or corporate layoffs happened. You wanted to have a more flexible schedule. You wanted to transition into a part-time position and your previous role didn't allow you to do that. You wanted to pursue new challenges. You decided to move to a different city or country, or your job made it really difficult to maintain a good work-life balance. So what is a STAR method? The STAR method is a technique of answering behavioral and competency-based interview questions in a structural way by describing the specific situation, the task, the action, and the results. The STAR method helps you explain in a simple yet powerful way how you handled a specific work situation and challenges. S stands for situation. This is the part where you need to set the context, which company you work for, which department you were in, and what was your role. T stands for task. This part provides a description of your task that you had to do to address the situation. A stands for action. This part describes the action that you had to take to resolve the situation. R for results. And this is a sentence that provides evidence that your actions were effective and you did resolve the problem. In this section, you also need to include the outcome as well. Please don't subscribe unless you plan to watch this channel in the future as well, because we don't want to have dead subscribers. Thanks again, and I see you next time. Bye.